Good morning, my fellow traders, and welcome back to another live trading session where I show you guys my live trades and what it's like to be a day trader, working on becoming a full-time millionaire, working on becoming a full-time day trader, guys, here every single day. So I'm about to drop the pre-market plan here, guys, real soon, but first, let me tell you guys what's going on. 4 minutes before the market opens, SPY is currently bouncing on this range that we mentioned from last night's video, so we'll watch that closely and make sure that we don't get a break below. And if we do, we're entering puts. If we do build some nice support here with some hammers, long wicks to the downside, bullish engulfings or signs to go long, we might go long at the support here. It's Friday, guys. Let's have a good Friday. What are you guys trading? What are you guys doing today? And let's have a good start to the weekend, guys. Finally at 200 subs. I appreciate all you guys for supporting, showing the love, commenting, dropping likes, and I really appreciate that. And best believe, if you guys drop a comment, I will add you in the video. I will share you at the end of the video because I appreciate all the love and support, guys. All the comments, man, I really do. This is a tough game and it's not an easy game. And it's even more tough if you're doing this by yourself and you're not in a community because, guys, if you're not around other fellow traders every single day trading, it is difficult. Especially if you have no support or somebody to tell you, don't worry, we'll get them on the next one and pat you on the shoulder and let you know that, hey, it's all good, man. It's part of the game to have. But let's see what we can catch today, guys. From yesterday's plan, we said that there's a nice support here on SP 500s here. Look what's happening in the pre-market, guys. We're trying to hold this level on the hourly. Even on the 30 minutes, it's trying to hold, guys. We did not get a candle close below. It ended up bouncing on it. Let's see if we're going to create a support here and see what the market does. But overall, guys, we're going to take puts if it drops below those levels, or if it starts holding and creating some hammers here, bullish engulfings, and some long wicks to the downside, then maybe we might take a long. But we got to be cautious. It's Friday. Let's try to catch some good gains. And as far as Microsoft goes, guys, remember Microsoft's plan from last night. We mentioned that it's breaking down, it's going bearish, buyer volume is slowing down, lower high created, and look, now we're breaking that lower high and we're coming to retest it. So I'm gonna watch for a retest for potential re-entry, but first I have to make sure the market's actually gonna push down. Now this is Apple. Apple's still chilling in its range, so I will be watching also Apple. So 3 things on my radar for today. Let's see what we can catch, guys. I'll see you guys at open. Market's open. Let's see what we can catch. Let's make some prints. Really started to see some type of direction. As you can see, guys, what I mean by that is SPY's already been moving on its own, but early in the morning Nvidia dumped for 15 minutes and then now we're getting a pump here. AMD, really strong pump, trying to break above. This is really strong support. Amazon's getting its buyers in. Apple's trying to hold with these wicks to the downside, but we'll see what happens. But Microsoft's going crazy. So a couple stocks are trying to flip here and go bullish, but we just wait patiently for a setup. So guys, we're just a sitting duck waiting patiently. That's the name of the game. It came down to come and retest the bottom of that zone, which is that support that we mentioned, which is something that we were eyeing to take. I was thinking about it, but obviously I would not hop in now, and anybody that does, that's called FOMO and chasing. Guys, look at this again. Here we are one more time for another bounce potentially, but look at the volume, guys. The volume is not showing up like the last time we bounced here. Instantly started selling off slowly across the board. A couple other stocks are falling off, like Nvidia's below the 90 MA. All right, guys, so we did enter some calls here on the 5 minutes. Looks pretty nice. Buyers are stepping in again on the 5 minutes, and we got 1 more minute for this candle to close. I literally had to sell there because that shit was, I can't trust this market, guys. Most weakest sale ever. I might not even add this. If it gets added, you guys are lucky because this is the most weakest gain in the world. Don't like how much sellers sell this. Guys, so we're about to head to work, but guys, check this out. Honestly, we're taking a degenerate trade again, just like that Nvidia swing. On the hourly time frame, it looks pretty decently solid as far as this hammer, so I'm just betting. I'm only betting on the hammer to bring us on up. 30 minutes built a nice solid 2 hammer base. This last 30 minutes, but guys, I'm pretty much just betting on that. 15 minutes been slowing down, so it's really a degen trade because even on the 5 minutes, guys, it's doing an inverse hammer on this pivot point, so we got to be real careful. Maybe if it breaks below the 61.8%, I'll sell, but as you can see, my contracts costed 136 a piece. I'm in 2 of them and they're currently 124 at this moment, so we're still in it watching this bad boy, and we will sell it if it ends up dropping below, potentially down that bad boy. Guys, unfortunately, that degenerate trade, I had to cut it for an L. $62 L, guys. We took that. We knew it was coming. We spotted the inverse hammer, but hey, it is what it is. We were looking at the higher time frame. We was trying to get a nice bet to the upside off that hammer, but yo, it ended up falling hard. So we're gonna head to work now. We're gonna take that L. I'll take that lesson and take it into Monday. I will not do degenerate trades, and that's honestly the only reason why you lose. So we'll talk about that when I get back home. We are home. It's Friday, guys. It's the weekend. It is time to learn something new, do something new, and work on something, guys. So I'm going to try to finish up that one video, that one comment about can I show the progression and how I got started. So I'll be working on that this weekend. Prepare for a video like that coming soon. And before we hop into the charts, guys, we already updated the whiteboard and the Discord about the economic news for Monday and the week coming up. It's 4th of July week, as well as we already updated the earning report for which company is going to report their quarterly earnings for the revenue. And on Sunday, expect a video for my trade plan for what I do plan to trade on Monday. So let's get right into the charts, guys. Let's go and share the screen and show you guys the trade that we took on SPY and what we could have done better. And ultimately, let's look at what happened right after, guys. It ended up rocketing after we got out, which kind of happens sometimes, but it is what it is. It was a Friday trade and it was a degenerate trade. It was fun. Called it out on the Discord and told people not to take it with me, but I ended up taking it myself.
So we were watching SPY on the hourly time frame, and that was the whole reason why we even entered SPY. We mentioned it on the Discord too as well, and we said that, guys, on the higher time frame, SPY looks pretty nice, but on the lower time frame, it was doing some weird choppiness. Candles were trying to push up to the upside, but it kept rejecting. And I'll show you on 5 minutes here soon. But first, on the hourly time frame, the whole reason was because pretend this area did not exist. This candle closed, these two candles first closed, and that showed me a sign of bulls holding that support, guys. And remember, in the morning we mentioned that if we can hold the support, guys, we're gonna take some calls if we see some reasons, long wicks to downside hammers, and that's exactly what we got. Unfortunately, my entry was horrible, and I'll show you why. Before I get into the 5 minutes, what you're supposed to do when it comes to taking a trade on any time frame, you always got to keep in mind, and I do say this in my videos on candlesticks, is if you're trading the 1 minute, expect a 1 minute move. If you're trading the hourly time frame, expect the hourly time frame move. If you're trading the 4 hours, expect the move to take 4 hours. So it's going to be a big move. The bigger the time frame, the bigger the move. If you're watching a 1 minute chart and you see a 1 minute pennant, expect it to only be executed within a minute. You got to be quick in and out on the 1 minute time frame. But if it's a higher time frame setup, it's going to take a lot of time. That was already the bad part on my end because I did not wait for the next hourly candle to close. I entered as soon as this candle closed 30 minutes later, and it started dipping down, and it faked me out, and it scared me out, and I ended up selling. So let's hop on the 5 minutes and show you guys where. So I literally hopped on the candle before this candle even fully closed, and as you can see, this is where I messed up at. I ended up doing an inverse hammer, but I still held because I was not watching the lower time frames. And I kept telling myself, we're in it for the higher time frame. We did call out, and you guys already saw in the morning, that there is an inverse hammer, but we're still going to take the consequences of holding calls. And it ended up pulling all the way down and ended up selling my contracts for an L of negative $66 here. But fortunately, we saw this nice bullish engulfing, a lot of volume, a lot of time and sales get bought up, buyers stepping in. So we ended up taking calls here at the bounce of the support. And guess what? We recovered enough to put us only at negative $28 on the day. So that's real nice. Ended up bouncing here twice. But overall, guys, I'm not here to say if I woulda, shoulda, coulda held for the hourly time frame. When I come and trade next week, I will have to keep that in mind, and that is a lesson that I learned myself, and that is a lesson that you guys can learn from me for my mistakes, is that wait for a higher time frame setup. And if you're going to trade the higher time frame setup, you got to wait for the actual time for the actual candle to close on the higher time frame. And that was the whole reason why I even entered this trade, was because on the hourly time frame we had a nice candle close twice above the support, bouncing on the retest of that zone. Hammer candles, which is my favorite, and we mentioned literally in the morning, if we get that, that's the whole reason to take calls. And as you can literally see, if you go back in the video, in the beginning of the video, in the pre-market plan, you would have heard me say we're already looking bullish here, creating some support. Let's see what we can do and create some hammer candles, or maybe some bullish engulfings, or some long wicks to the downside. And that's exactly what we got, guys. But unfortunately on my end, I was not able to hold it all the way through. I got shaked out, entered at the worst entry ever on a lower time frame. We had an inverse hammer, brought us down majorly to the bottom of the zone. Maybe I could have averaged, but I ended up recovering with a small gain of some calls at the bottom of the zone and putting us at negative $28 on the day. So we're still up on the week, but a very small amount. And it's the end of the week, guys. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your guys' Friday. That wraps up for today's video. Watch out for Sunday's video. We're going to drop a video on the trade plan for what we have for coming up this week. And hope you guys have a good rest of your guys' weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. Go enjoy that. Have a safe one. Let me know what you guys traded today. If you guys want me to trade any specific stocks that you guys are looking at. And please like and subscribe on this video, guys. We're already almost at 210 followers or subscribers. You guys have blessed me with 200, and you guys are still killing it. So I appreciate that. Let's have a good one.